Martin, what have you got for us?
So we're going to start off. It's that time of year when dropping through the letterbox is the credit card bill for the spending that was done in December. It tends to be big, scary, festive financial hangover. So, look, don't just let it sit there and worry about it. You always open the envelopes, deal with it. The most important things you need to do, first of all, stop borrowing anymore. Try and find as much cash as you can. If you've got any, January's a difficult month because it's the biggest time between paydays for most people. You get paid early in December, same time in January, to pay it off, and look at cutting the cost of interest. Now, the way you do that on a credit card, as I've said many times before, is you get a balance transfer. A balance transfer is when you get a new card that pays off old credit and store cards for you, so you now owe the new card, hopefully at a cheaper interest rate. Sarah tweeted me on this. Thanks for reminding me to do a balance transfer. I'm now saving £60 a month in interest. That's £720 a year. First thing I'd do, I'd go onto an eligibility calculator and see which ones are going to accept you. I'm going to run through the best buys now, but ultimately, it's the best ones that you can get that count. What's available on the market? Well, lots. 0% lengths aren't as long as they used to be. Things are getting worse in this market, so the sooner you do it, the better. The general rule is you go for the card with the lowest fee in the time that it gives you, as long as it gives you enough time to repay it. Longest on the market, Sainsbury's, up to 29 months, 0%. That up to is crucial. It means some accepted customers won't get 29 months, 0%. So Sainsbury's is up to 29 months, 0% with 2.74% fee. That's a one-off fee. But you've got Virgin Money at 29 months, 0% with a bigger fee, 3%, but it's not an up to. So if it looks like you're going to be accepted for Virgin, you will definitely get the 29 months, 0%. You've also got a Barclays card, which is good if you're shifting more than £2,500 and you get that credit limit. It's 28 months, 0% for a 1.75% fee, but over £2,500, you get 20 quid cash back that covers the fee. And if you can repay much more quickly, Sainsbury's, 18 months, 0%, no fee. Now, you won't have noted those all down, but I have put them on the website. Sure. That's just to show you what's available. Golden rules when you do a balance transfer. It's not just about getting the right card. Clear the debt or shift again before the 0% ends, or the rate will go up to the APR, which is around 20%. Never miss monthly repayments. You will lose your 0% deal. And don't spend or withdraw cash on these cards. They're not cheap for that. You're doing them just for balance transfers. That's all it should be used for. Go and do your reading, but don't just have it come in and go, what do I do? If you can't afford to clear your debts in full, you can't afford not to check whether you can do a balance transfer.
OK, you tease us with a dead duck, the Santander 123 and 123 Lite.
Well, the Santander 123 was for years my top pick account for savings, even though it's a bank account because it paid 3% interest. It then dropped the rate, so it wasn't so good. But recently, other savings rates have come down, so it's starting to look good again. So, but then this week, it's announced major changes. From May, the interest rate on savings is going to drop from 1.5% to 1%. The amount of cash back you get, because you pay £5 a month for it, but you get cash back on your bills, is being capped. It has some that pay 1% cash back, some 2% cash back, some 3% cash back. Each level is being capped at £5, reducing the maximum cash back you can earn. And the overdraft rate, like all of them, is going to 40%. Now, when you analyse that, what it actually works out, for me, from May, this is an account no longer worth having. Ooh. Frankly, go and shift to a top easy access savings account. Marcus Bank pays 1.35%, that's more. Move yourself to Santander 123 Lite if you like the cashback, which is £1 a month and the same cashback, and you've got the savings boon elsewhere, or go to one of the bank accounts that pays you to switch to it. HSBC gives you 175 quid, First Direct gives you 100 quid. For me, Santander 123, once great, innovative, is now, well, pretty much a dead duck. It's not the worst account out there, but certainly you can do better if you're trying to max your gains. And some quickies for us,
Quickies.
Martin? Well, we've got the self-assessment tax deadline on the end of this month, so but there are 5 million people sitting out there who haven't filed their tax yet. You have to do it online. If you don't, there's a £100 fine. You also have to pay your tax by that point, or you start to pay interest on the tax. So this is just a reminder. If you've had a self-assessment form, the deadline's coming up. So many people leave it late. That's always a problem because you always find something you're missing and it's too late and you don't know what you're going to do. Get it done now. Do it this weekend if you haven't. It's not me saying that. It's just the taste. Not me who's making you do it. You have to do it. It's one of those jobs you have to do. If you haven't done your self-assessment deadline, do it. Next, there's free eye tests available at Specsavers. You go online, you try and book. Sometimes they're totally free. Sometimes they want to make you buy a pair of glasses with it. That deal's not so good. So it just depends on which your participating Specsavers is. You can move in that way. Of course, if you're in England, Wales and Northern Ireland, NHS gives you free eye tests if you're over 60 or under 19 in full-time education or you have some conditions, and Scotland eye tests are free all the time. But if you need to pay for an eye test, that Specsavers deal is on. And finally, a really important warning, this one, and I do this every year at this time. Lots of people are booking holidays right now. And I'll tell you something that will happen to me this summer. It's happened every year for the past 5 years. Someone this summer will get in touch with me and say, Martin, I've just been diagnosed with cancer. I'm going to need chemo over the next few months, which means I'm not going to be able to go on holiday in 3 months' time. I've called the airlines and they won't cancel the seat and they won't give me a refund. What do I do? And my answer is, do you have travel insurance? And they say, I haven't got it yet. You get travel insurance ASAP, as soon as booked. When you book a holiday, you need travel insurance in place. Travel insurance job is to cover you if you can't go. But if you only get it before you go, you're missing out all the cover that it protects you in case an eventuality happens before the holiday, such as long-term cancer treatment or somebody dying in the family. So if you're booking your holiday right now, this is the busiest holiday booking time. Get your travel insurance as soon as you've booked.
And is
That's
it valid after you've booked your holiday?
Yeah, so if you've got your holiday booked, if you're getting a single trip, an annual trip covers you the whole year, and you've got your travel insurance, if anything happens to stop you going on that holiday that's covered by the travel insurance, from the moment you've got your travel insurance, you're covered. But if you haven't got it, you can't buy it after something's happened. And that's why people think, oh, what would stop me? It'll only happen on the day. It doesn't. There are lots of things that happen beforehand that mean you can't go. You're not covered if you don't have a policy. I can't fix it in the summer. I can fix it now. That's why I'm doing it now.
Well done.